So it is you turning what is breaking you right now to. I'm not saying it is a very bad thing or you shouldn't be supportive. I'm just saying that she came out of, she made use of that grief and now she's everywhere. The man cannot stand. And what I heard about her was that they both started the real estate thinking together, but the man wanted to take over and she did not allow, and that was where the breakup or the divorce thing came from.
Wow. So now that you have told us how you landed in the real estate, now from real estate now going into clothing, how did that happen? What inspired? Because real estate is like a big bogus environment.
And fashion is
and it's going to take up a whole lot of your time, and you're now going into clothing at the same time that is even ambiguous. So how did you do it?
Okay, so fashion has always been my passion. Yeah.
From trying to be a medical doctor, then fashion.
Yeah, I love fashion. I love the way my mom wakes up in the morning, puts colors together, wear heels, and walk out of the home boldly. She's a fashion person, so maybe I tapped from that passion, but fashion has always been my passion. Now, in my vulnerability moment, I didn't know what to do, so I went to learn tailoring.
Okay.
I was sure doing it because I'm that person that wants to do something. I cannot be hiding. And that's why people that stay with I can't stay in the house for a day unless I'm doing something.
Okay.
Do you understand? So I am that active. Then I went to learn tailoring, and in my first month I was already stitching. My boss was really proud and she concentrated so much on me. So in 6 months I was done, and right now I run a fashion blog and we're having a product coming up very, very soon. So yes, fashion has always been one thing that I love so much, and for the fact that in a typical African home, if they're not wanting you to be lawyer, they want you to be doctor. And now that you've joined the real estate world and everything is not looking like it, you are to be blamed. Because in that way, in one way or the other, they have something to say now. Since you said this is what you want to go for, they ask you to go for this and that thing is not working. But I wanted something to work. My mom has never pushed me to do anything. In fact, when I started real estate and I'll be working from one place to the other, I was getting lean. She called me. I didn't send you. I sent myself because I wanted to make money. So for the fashion part, fashion is a very, very big industry, and real estate is a whole lot to deal with already. So now I'm already converting my client base, even in real estate, to my fashion.
Okay.
In the sense that when I show up correct.
Of course, I mean clients through that as well.
So on Saturday I was in an hotel, like one of the toppest hotel. We went for a board meeting, and there was this woman in the lobby. She came with her mother. I love this your top. Where do you get it? Do you have an online shop for it and all of that? Then I had to tell her that I make this, so I can make it for me. Not like I necessarily do this thing, because one thing that I love to do is dedicate. So that is how fashion has been a little easy.
If you want to pick a clothing, what are those things you look out for? So for some people it's the color, some people it's the body shape of a woman. What are those things you look out for to ensure that you have the perfect clothing for a client?
The first one is authority.
Okay.
I want you to walk somewhere and your audacity is not shaking, your boldness is not hidden. I want you to walk as though you own the earth. Well, we own the earth. It depends on the faith that you have. So first thing, I'm looking for colors that give you, that makes you made for you. We can talk over it. What do you want people to see when they see you? What they are seeing when they see you is what I want. Do you get it? So I want, it's more of corporate and proms, when you go to dinner, but corporate. I want you to just speak with authority in that boardroom, work, and your outfit alone is sealing the deals. You don't have to do too much. So those are what I look for.
For women to get into any field, funding seems to be a problem. And for any woman sitting out there who seems maybe paralyzed by funding or by doubts, what can you say to that person, especially that person that really wants to go into the clothing line?
My love, there is a platform for you if you believe that there is a platform for you. It comes from your mind. Everything, whatever that whatever anyone is doing right now is coming from the fact that you believe that you can do it. A popular fashion designer is selling just a wedding gown for $10,000 because she believes she will get there one day. And right now she's even saying the one she wore for her wedding is $31,000. That is a lot. You cannot be doing what others are doing and getting the result that others are not getting. You are definitely going to get the result that others are getting. There are grants for women in business. Have you made your research about it? You stay with the life you want. You don't live the life you want. You stay with it. Daily researching, prompting the artificial intelligence engineering, and deeply researching for the life you want. And another thing is, you don't have to have mentor in this, maybe among these biggest fashion designer. Just watch them do the way they do things. It's online. You become like it one day. Just keep watching. If you saw one thing and it's not looking like it, do it again. I could remember when I started, I saw one office gown and everyone was laughing, but I was so happy because I bought this material, I cut this material, I sewed this material. It's none of your business. I was the one that the beginning and the end of this gown you're looking at, I made it. It is so, for me, I found so much happiness in fashion because I feel like I made this thing from scratch. Just like God is so happy about life right now. He was there in the beginning and he feel, what should I do? And he did something and we all are here doing well. Do you get it? So there is grants.
So how do you get yourself out of darkest times or times when you're tired?
Honestly, now God do.
But there has to be a thing.
Okay, so I'm the only child.
Okay.
Just imagine not having somebody to talk to. Like, there are stuff you want to tell your daddy, and there are stuff you don't want anybody to know. You just need a sibling to tell you that, okay, you can talk to me. But imagine not having anybody to actually. Do you know what it means to get a hug from the heaven? I've gotten a whole lot of hugs and pets from the. I just look up to God and be like, this cannot be the end of me. There is more. I cannot be wallowing in tears and all of that. It's okay to cry. It's so okay to let go, or because crying helps a lot. I won't say be strong and not cry. You should be able to be vulnerable to that aspect of you getting down and really, really weeping. But then at the end of the day, you get up because you have a life ahead of you to chase.
So what mark do you want to leave for generations to come?
Okay, so I came about the Pan-African voice because I want to speak to the whole continent. And speaking to the whole continent is, one, mentoring. The second one is helping them understand that they can get up and do anything. So the mark I want to leave is that I want somebody to come and say, that woman lived and she lived fully. I want every expression of myself to be out there. Everything that I can actually do and lay my hands on. So I just don't want to be boxed to a corner. I don't want to regret in my grave that, I didn't touch that part, and that's why I have a whole lot of things going on for me.
And I know you're still going to tap about it.
Of course. Definitely.
That was a fantastic conversation with our guest, Ismail Abidemi Bethany. She's made us understand that being vulnerable is not the end of the world. Being vulnerable is part of who you are. Being vulnerable is also your strength, your superpower. So the best thing to do is make good use of your vulnerability. It's not the end of the world. Get up, make that move, make that change, and be the best person you can be. And this is She-World. This is what we do. We amplify the voices of women to inspire and to motivate.
Dudu-centric. In the heat of frustration, hope lingers. In the coated heart of pain, strength is